This is the second video on solving equations that have a fraction or more. I'm going to approach this the same way. On the left, I'll show you how to solve the equation working with the fractions. On the right, I'll show you how to solve the equation by canceling the fractions from the start. Alright, so if you're solving the equation 5, 6x plus 1/3 equals 4, undo any addition or subtraction first. So let's go ahead and subtract 1/3 from both sides. And you have 5, 6x equals, now 4 minus 1/3. I'll do the work down here. You have to make that 4 a fraction so that you can get a common denominator. So you have a 1 and a 3. If we multiply both sides by 3, it looks a little sloppy, but hopefully you're following it. You have 12 over 3 minus 1 over 3, which is 11 over 3. Alright, so that's the work we need to make sure that we're doing correctly when we work with our fractions, that whole common denominator business. Alright, so now you have 5, 6 times x, and we have gone through solving by, if you just have a fraction times a variable, you can multiply by the reciprocal. That will make that cancel in one quick step. Your 6's cancel, your 5's cancel. Just make sure you multiply by the reciprocal on this side also. So x equals multiplying straight across, or we can reduce. The 3 goes into the 6 twice, so I know we'll have a 22 over 5, which does not reduce, so that will be our final answer. Alright, so the other method, what you do is you look at your equation and you want to multiply the entire equation by your denominator. Well, in this case, you actually have two denominators, a 6 and a 3. So what we do is we pick the lowest common denominator between those two. And a 6 and a 3 will both fit into 6. So we're going to multiply everything by a 6 over 1. So we'll do 6 over 1 times 5, 6x. And if we look at that math, 6 over 1 times 5 over 6, the 6 is canceled and you're left with just a 5, so that becomes a 5x. You also have to do 6 over 1 times a 1/3. Let me just show that over here. I can reduce this. 3 goes into 6 twice, and now you just have a 2 times 1, which is 2. I don't want to forget that there's a plus sign there, so plus 2. Bring down your equal sign. Now you do 6 over 1, or just 6 times that 4, which is 24. And now we solve this equation. You undo any addition or subtraction first, so subtract 2 to undo the plus 2. We have 5x equals 22. Opposite of multiplying by 5 is dividing by 5. To make those cancel, divide by 5, and we get x equals 22 over 5. So again, pick the method you like and just make sure you're really good at that method.